Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Quick Draw, we're dodging the splash zone when we take a look at the Kulstar. So, let me start with, god damn it, this thing has killed me so many fucking times I can't even cope. However, it is undeniably one of the more interesting secondaries in the game. The pocket cluster bomb launcher carpets the battlefield with bouncy balls that are ready to explode. So the question here is the Kulstar's damage output worth the risk of getting splattered? Now, you can pick up the Kulstar's blueprint in the market for 40,000 credits. Just keep in mind that it does require Mastery Rank 4 to craft, and its component costs include Tellurium, Cryotic, and a fully built Kraken. Now, if you don't happen to have a Kraken just laying around taking up space in your inventory, you can always pick this up in the market pre-built along with a weapon slot and a catalyst for 190 plat. Now, the Kulstar's primary damage type is Blast, which only really suffers against Ferrite armored units, and Sinew-based Infested, which at the moment only consists of Forehead. However, its damage bonuses are fairly limited, as it only applies to Fossilized Infested and Grineer Machinery. So, as always, be sure to equip the appropriate elemental combo in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. Now, let's jump straight into the mechanics. The Kulstar fires off projectile-based cluster bombs, which upon making contact with an enemy unit, colliding with terrain or are manually triggered by using your secondary fire button, will eject 3 additional bombletts whose bounce trajectory are determined by the original bomb's point of impact or detonation. With barrel diffusion and lethal torrent maxed out, you will have an 80% chance to launch 3 cluster bombs at a time, each ejecting 3 additional bombletts for a total of 12 explosions. Now, from playtesting, each bomblet has a base damage of approximately 150, and while they definitely scale with your equipped mods, their damage as well as their primary projectile explosions do appear to diminish the further away enemies are from each bomb's point of impact. TLDR, make sure that they're close to your balls for the most satisfying blast. Now, there are a couple cool tricks to this. Coupled with some form of enemy radar, you can launch your rockets into the air and detonate them as they pass over targets behind cover, causing your balls to rain down some unexpected devastation. It also synergizes quite well with Equinox's Rest when overextended, as well as Loki's Irradiating Disarm. In addition, because of the fact that these are considered projectiles, Mag's Bullet Attractor is the perfect way to prevent unwanted splash damage. Speaking of unwelcome splashes, can we talk? Okay, so I totally understand that sex can be a bit messy, and don't get me wrong, I always enjoy a good explosion or two. But my question is, why the hell do we need to add additional fluids to an already messy process? So, as many of you may know, one of my biggest pet peeves is food during sex, and frankly, it's all about the additional splash damage. I mean, we're already making a mess of ourselves as it is. I don't want to have to look at my sheets the next day trying to assess the damage. Huh, is this semen or is this a whipped cream stain? Wait, why is there a wet patch here? Is that lube or did we crush a strawberry rolling around last night? And frankly, I hope to dear God that's a chocolate stain, because I'm fine with letting chocolate sit for a day, but the fact is I can't even do that here, because if it's booty juice, it's going straight into the wash, and I sure as hell ain't sniffing it to find out. So, no food in the bedroom, and let's get back to the quick draw. So all in all, I quite like the Kulstar. Its mechanics are very unique, and while its supplemental stats are a bit lacking, the amount of power it gets from secondary mods is absolutely insane. It does come with an innate depolarity, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but frankly, it was a no-brainer that I was going to overkill this thing anyway. So while this isn't an endgame showstopper or the most predictable damage out there, I have to admit that as long as it's not exploding in my face, this is the kind of clusterfuck I'm into. So thank you all for watching another episode of the Quick Draw. If you missed it, be sure to catch my rundown on Equinox, as well as my overview for the rest of the new weapons in U17. Now, don't forget to do all the things that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, no fucking food in the bedroom, here at A Gay Guy Plays. Yeah, how'd you like a taste of your own medicine, you and your cheap-ass tracer rockets? Ate a dick.